Morning, guys. I'm Kitimat, and I've all last night and this morning, and when I woke up, reading the messages that are coming through and reading the posts, especially from people that live in places like Monte Lake. If you don't know much about Monte Lake, Google it, look it up on Facebook, and do yourself a favor and follow somebody like Sandra Pringle. And this is unbelievable. If what these people are saying are true, the government is actually not allowing anybody really to fight fires. When the fire first starts, they're letting it burn. Is this true, BC? Are we letting fires burn? And we don't actually do anything in response until it gets closer to the community, and by that time, it's too late. And so the community members around Monte Lake, the citizens, are actually fighting the fire themselves. They're sending out their own crews. If you remember, there was an MLA from Williams Lake, Lauren Dirksen, posted a video of himself going out into the bush to fight a fire, to save a ranch. Now, I understand how dangerous it is to stay behind an evacuation order and try to fight a fire, but I don't think the government truly understands what it's like to see your house burning up, or the potential of a house burning up, or your community burning up, or your business burning up. I understand both sides, and in fact, as chief counselor, I was actually in charge of the emergency plan for us that we had to implement a few times. So I did my job, and then I came back to the community to make sure that the community was looked after. I stuck around. Everybody loves their community. Everybody wants their house to survive things, and they're actually depending on government to do the right thing at the very first sign of an emergency. They don't want government to sit back and wait until the 10th hour when it's too late. If what Sandra Pringle is saying is true, and not just her, there's a number of people saying the same thing, why doesn't government put the fire out when it's first heard of, instead of telling people to stand down? This is not making any sense. You're almost just letting these communities burn. I mean, even loggers nowadays are told when they see a fire, they report it and then they leave. They're not fighting the fire. And so now what you have now in Monte Lake is a bunch of people, citizens, going out to fight the fire themselves. This is absolutely crazy. This is not the way I remember forest fires being fought in the old days. And now we've got Lytton that was actually, the entire community burned up. I hope that situation that I just described wasn't actually part of that problem. And now we got Monte Lake. I mean, almost half the community is gone because of fire. Now the citizens are fighting tooth and nail to save what's left. Is this happening all over BC? Are fires being allowed to grow to a point where they actually burn up our communities? If so, why? Why are we not fighting fires the way we used to? Especially, I can see it if it's out in the middle of nowhere and you just let it burn. I understand that. I actually agree with that. Out in the middle of nowhere, down channel, hundreds of miles away from anybody, let it burn. It just costs too much. But when really dry conditions, and the fire is still small enough to contain, why is the government not doing everything they can to put that out right now? It just makes sense. It's more cost effective, right? And you don't let a fire just grow and grow and grow and grow until you can't manage it anymore. Follow Sandra Pringle. Follow people on Facebook that are actually making these posts, and they're being painted as bad guys because they're actually fighting fires. They're not bad guys. They're trying to save a community they love. They're trying to save their livelihood. They're trying to save their investment. And some of the people that I've watched on Facebook, these are really smart, honest people. If what they're saying is true, this is incredibly outrageous. This shouldn't be a government practice. This should not be allowed to happen in BC. I'm sorry for what's happening out there. I'm getting out to Kamloops on the 13th and the 14th. But I was going to go out there and look at it. But this has got me riled up. If this is what's really happening, if the government is actually allowing this to happen, this is this goes beyond incompetence. There is something happening here that British Columbia's got to wake up to. We got to know the real story behind why these community members have to go out by themselves and fight fires, and insisting that they fight fires when they first see it, when it's small. I mean, I thought what Lauren Dirksen was doing out in Williams Lake as an MLA, I thought that was just a one-time incident. Not so. This is crazy. British Columbians, you got to ask questions. You have to ask questions. I don't care where you're from in BC, you have to ask questions. If forest fires are a part of our future, then we want to know, why aren't fires being put out when we first hear them, when they're close proximity to our communities? See you guys later.